Hello, folks, and welcome to Fandango Friday. We are examining various liquor and liqueur brands. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Liquor Reviews, and Elbow is in Florida with Elbow 88. And tonight I have an old favorite, or in some people's mind, an old nemesis.
Okay.
You may have heard of this one,
Yeah, I think so.
Crown Royal Deluxe, and they spell it two different ways. Like they don't even know the way to spell it. Deluxe. Is it Deluxe? DE space Lux, or is it Deluxe one word?
Yeah.
They got it two different ways. It's like I would think a company this big would know the answer, but there's the fleur de lis on the embossed bottle, the molded glass. Um, this big handle, it came in that gift pack with the two glasses, and I think it was
Oh,
44. Not yeah, it was like 44.99, and you got two glasses and all. So they claim they use 50 different whiskeys in it. They got huge backstock, so it's not it's incredible in a way that they would have such a huge backstock, but it's not that incredible that they got 50 whiskeys considering the backstock. But anyway, there's no age statement. We don't know how old it is. It's probably some young and mid-range and older ones, but we'll get back to it.
yeah. All right. Good evening, folks. Another Friday, Fandango Friday. Happy to be here. And tonight I'm trying something different. In the past, I tried a bourbon cream, Buffalo Trace makes a bourbon cream, which I tried. And of course, I've always had and tried Bailey's Irish cream. Well, tonight I'm trying a tequila cream. This is from El Padrino. They're very popular at Total Wine, but they may even be partners or something. But they have various flavors available. There's a lime flavor, which I almost picked up, and a mango flavor, I think, as well. But I saw chocolate there. I thought, well, let's try the chocolate. So this is a 750 milliliter bottle, and it was $25 at my local Total Wine here. So,
Well, the good thing about it is over time, you could try all of them.
yeah. But, I'll put it in this little liqueur glass to start out. I think I'll try it on the rocks later. But yeah, it looks like a Bailey's actually. It's that similar color, like a beige. And anyway, there it is. It smells like a cream. I can't really smell much agave in there or tequila, but I'll let you know as I taste it. But yeah.
Okay, I'll pour this and now I'll turn on my lamp so I'm not so in the dark. A beverage ramble is about to join from Georgia.
What's up? What's up, Elbow, Mr. T? How you do? How do you do? How do you do?
All right,
Cheers.
hello. What do you have tonight,
Oh,
Jean
wait a minute.
Pierre?
Hold on. I'm about to post something. Sorry. Post my channel. Hey, there it is. I have to do that. Brought to you by no. Tonight, give it to me as a birthday gift. Maker's Mark, number 46.
I've had it once.
French oak.
Nice.
Yes. As you can see right there, 47% ABV. So that's 90 proof. Am I correct? Or 95 proof?
94.
94. Okay. So this is what I have tonight. I'm going to drink it. As you see, I enjoyed a little bit for my birthday, and also I got a surprise for you too later this evening when we wrap up. One of your famous.
Birthday.
When you're famous, what the heck?
Oh yeah.
And and guess what? I found it, and I said to myself, "What the
dilly?" All right, now, so I have my Crown Royal glass.
Oh
yeah. Nice. And I'll pour it, and then I'll turn on the lamp. So it's got kind of a, not the best looking little plastic cap like a crown, but I mean, it's a mass production product. It's not gonna they have to have some cost control so that it can be a decent price for everybody. You know, a regular bottle of Crown Royal will run you about $23.99, maybe less. But it's better. You get more for less if you buy the big handle, assuming you want to drink it. You know, I mean, I don't mind it, so I don't mind getting the big bottle. Save money. Okay, so it's I guess what would we call that? Copper.
Yeah, it's dark.
Copper. Now they might add caramel color to it. There's no law against that. There's no age statement. We don't know how old it is. It's produced in Manitoba, Canada. It's owned by Diageo. It's had 2 owners in its history. It was started in 1939, by Seagrams in honor of the royal visit of King George VI and his wife, Queen Elizabeth, and they went all over Canada, like spent weeks there, I guess. And they made this special whiskey as like a limited edition commemorative whiskey. And the royal family was known to favor drinking. They like to drink a lot of whiskey, so they sold it. And then, it was so popular that they kept it. And then they started selling it in the United States in 1964. And apparently it's always been 80 proof. It's not one of those that got brought down. So I'll show the website. Oh, look at the cat.
I would say over the last 20 years, Crown Royal has kind of really become the signature popular Canadian whiskey.
Well, it's the best-selling whiskey in the United States of any brand. So that's telling you something.
I like the Crown Apple. I'm not big on the vanilla or the peach flavor. Just the regular in the Crown Apple. I do.
Yeah, I've never had any of their flavors, I have to admit. Okay, so here's the original Crown Royal Fine Deluxe. This is the Canadian website. Maybe the mistake is on the American website because they'll spell it deluxe, one word, deluxe. But it looks like maybe they're watching my videos and they see every time I do a video I'm saying what is it, deluxe or deluxe? So maybe they changed it. That would be nice. All right. Crown Royal Fine Deluxe Blended Canadian Whiskey is the standard for Canadian whiskey. It is an extraordinary blend of 50 full-body Canadian whiskeys matured to perfection. Okay. Rich and robust nose with slight hints of vanilla and fruit, delicately smooth and creamy with hints of oak and vanilla flavor, long and lingering finish. And then there's some other ones, like you were talking about the apple. I've had the rye, I've had the black, I haven't had them all. I've had a good amount. Then they show the barley up there in the prairie lands, talking about the visit of King George VI. They're showing the lakeshore where the distillery is located, right on the lakeshore. Of course, naturally, all the best grains. They use column still grain whiskey and copper pot still barley malt whiskey. And they go into pretty big detail. Like if you have a lot of time, you can get on this website and start going into all kind of articles. You know what I mean? You can get kind of caught up in it. But we're not going to do that. All right. So give you a little quick rundown on it. People like to drink this in all kind of cocktails, and they have many cocktail suggestions on their website. People like to drink it on ice, or in my case, like with me, they'll drink it neat at room temperature, straight. Okay, so cheers.
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 The aroma is it's kind of standard. Like now, when they talk about doing 50 whiskeys, I think we'll all probably agree that it's not done like an artist on a canvas, like somebody using their own inspiration. It's more like an algorithm, right? It's mass produced and sold all over the world. So it's probably a very specific this percentage of that whiskey, and it just like a mechanical formula, which I'm not criticizing, because if you're going to have consistency across the board every day and everywhere, you would really have to follow a formula, right? Couldn't leave anything to chance. So, okay, the aroma, it's grain, obviously corn, or as they say in Europe, maize. You get a pretty good amount of rye whiskey, which has got that spicy note. And then there's barley, the malt whiskey, which will give you like a bread flavor, like bread dough. I don't really think most stores sell barley bread. They sell wheat bread, but you know, it's just that sensation. I don't think they add wheat whiskey to it, but it would be allowed in Canada. All right, so taste. I assume both of you have had Crown Royal before, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Crown Royal does have what they say on the website. It definitely has a vanilla aspect, and that vanilla is going to come from the oak. It's got that mellow alcohol burn from the different whiskeys. Now, my question with them, and I never wrote them an email. I'm always too shy usually to contact the companies, but I was wondering, do they age the 3 whiskeys separately or the 50 whiskeys separately and then blend them and bottle it? Or do they take all the whiskeys kind of young and then age them together, the 50 different whiskeys? I don't know really what they do. I know they have a real complex blend master facility where they sit there basically all day and they smell and taste the blend to make sure it's correct. Just like Budweiser, you know, where they take the different beers that they blend together to make Budweiser, and they're checking it out to make sure it tastes just perfect, you know, and all that. The body's medium. The finish is on the dry side. It's semi-sweet, but it's going to be kind of measured. You know, it's like a lot of honey note. Now, it's a Canadian whiskey, so they are allowed to add flavoring to Canadian whiskey, although they don't make a statement on the label or anywhere on the website that they're adding flavoring. So I'm assuming they're not. But it's very pleasant. I've always liked it. I know some people slag on it and have a lot of hatred for it, but I don't really care because I'm drinking it for myself, not for other people. You know, so
Right, that's what's important.
yeah, I mean, it's like I can't worry about that. Now here's Dazzling Dave from Louisiana joining in.
Dave.
Cheers, Dave.
What's going on, Dave?
on, y'all? Got Ancient Age.
All right.
Pick this up because Jay did a little review for us, and
You got a liter for a good price.
I did. I totally got it for a good price. I picked this up for I believe it's $12.99, and I have not had this before. This is a liter. Picked this up at Total Ripoff and More.
Come on, it's not that much of a ripoff if you're buying stuff there all the time.
I was just kind of researching some things. I saw it, so I'm gonna make this cameo because I'm getting ready to go out to Family Graw. Zebras playing.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Thank you.
Rock and roll.
So this does smell a lot like Buffalo Trace. It's got that sweet note to it, caramel. And I made an observation on the last bottle of Buffalo Trace that I got that was less like Buffalo Trace and almost like a mix of Buffalo Trace and Weller. So I don't know what happened there.
I don't either.
Taste on this.
It's got the same mash bill as Blanton's, by the way.
Tasting very Buffalo Trace. It's actually good. It's sweet. It's got a soft caramel effect going to it. Yeah, it's good. What is this? An 80 or a 90?
80. They do make a 90. They do make a 90 though.
Yeah, and they call it Buffalo Trace.
Oh no, there's a 90 proof Ancient Age too.
Yeah, I would call this one Junior Buffalo Trace
Or Junior Blanton's, maybe.
or Junior Blanton's. They all sort of taste the same to me.
Sazerac tends, yeah, Buffalo Trace tends to have kind of a house style, you know. They kind of like,
Yeah, right. Kind of like a Beta beers. They all seem to have a, like a I don't know, like you're calling a house style or some kind of a starter beer. Or even like Anheuser-Busch does the same thing with their lines of Budweiser, Bud Light, Natural Light. They all seem to have, even Michelob, they all seem to have that starter.
yeah,
effect to them.
it's all the common
Which
yeast.
in this case is very pleasant.
Hey, Wayne.
Yeah, this is very good. I would definitely recommend this one. I'm going to give it a quick score, and I'm out the house.
All right, have fun at Family Growl.
I will.
I mean, the bulk of the parade is going to be next week, but I know a couple of parades today.
Well, they're going to have a lot of parades this weekend, actually. Yeah,
Yes.
Except for the ring. Okay.
With the exception tomorrow. Tomorrow's a washout. This is Jefferson Parish's weekend. They're not going to compete with Orleans, which are basically 4 miles or 5 miles apart from one another. Ancient Edge, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey at 80 proof. I would give this an A. Or as it's called, Ancient Age, maybe a double A. So this is good stuff.
What number?
Excellent.
See it? Get it? I mean, the price margin for this, oh man, this knocks it out of the park for a cheap.
I may have had H&H. I may have brought it to a Fandango Friday or Thundering Thursday. I got to look back on some of the.
Yeah, they've been making it since 1936, even though the company is confused. What number? What number do you give it? 90 what?
I give it a 94. It's pretty good.
All right. I agree with that because I've always told people try Ancient
Good
Age,
stuff.
That's a great
I'd like
price.
to try
for
the
that
Ancient
leader.
Age. I can't find that one. This is the only one I could find.
Yeah, I found Ancient Age in Mississippi, in Meridian, Mississippi, but I don't think you want to drive 3 hours to get it.
Negative.
Real
I'll
quick,
wait.
Dave, before you leave, let's
Yep.
show our products. I know Jay, you show Dave what you have, and then you can go ahead and go. And then I'll show mine, and Del will show his.
What you got there? Oh, Crown Royal. All right.
He's got a chocolate cream liqueur with tequila.
Well,
El Padrino. Oh, that's
And I have Maker's Mark French for number 46 French charred.
yeah, remember we tried that at your house when you had that? Not
yeah,
Sean, but
that's
Dave.
a good one. I was going to try this, but didn't work out. I'm going to do a quick
Right, try
review.
next one.
Hotel. Found this one. Good price.
What are you taking down there tonight at the Mardi Gras? You
What's
bringing
that?
some booze down there to the Mardi Gras?
No. Amateurs do that. And I got one more thing I want to show.
It's probably going by somebody's house, really.
I ain't going by nobody's house. I told you I was going to the family grow.
All right.
I
They
ain't
got
nobody's house. And then I found this one.
oh, the añejo. Oh, man.
A-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
This is coming
Yeah,
to a
that's-
show near you.
That's the extra aged. Oh, yeah.
Sure. This is the top shelf of the top shelf. I think I
Yeah,
got this
it's-
for $31.99.
That is a great deal, really.
Yep. This is the 750 milliliter.
100% agave.
Yep. Looks like a regular old 80 proof. So we'll try this one time and see what it's all about.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, I'd
guys.
love to try it. All right. Have fun.
All right.
Yeah,
Dave,
boy,
peace
so
out.
hey.
I wish I could be down for Mardi Gras, but I'm safe up here.
Yeah. All right. So I'm trying some tequila cream, El Padrino. I guess that means the Godfather. And
Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
Elbow, before you show that, let's just go real fast, and I won't belabor it. Let's just show the website for Ancient Age because some people might want to see that.
Yeah, sure.
So here's Buffalo Trace Ancient Age. They say it's been around since 1946. I wrote an email to the company and talked to them for a long time. I tried to tell them that it's 1936, not 46, 36. I even found old newspaper ads from 1936, but they were like, hello? But they didn't believe me. I don't know what their issue was. But anyway, that's the standard ancient age that David was drinking. It's aged 3 years. There's a bunch of different ancient age products, though. There's probably close to 10, but this is the most common one. There's a blended whiskey. It's got a black label. So if you ever see ancient age with a black label, it's called Preferred. I bought it once. Yeah, that's around, but not too commonly. But anyway, it's a pretty common product. This one, I'm talking about this one. The other ones are kind of here and there, hit or miss. All right, so that's enough of that. So then we're going to go.
But I'm looking at all those brands there. This ancient age comes from that same company that makes all those brands like Stag and Van Winkle and Weller. Okay, so ancient age, it's a good value, and from what Dave says, it's good tasting. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, it is a good flavor. And most of the products they sell were bought from other people. Like they have a history of buying other people's products. So they just kind of wait around for a company to start maybe slipping a little bit, and then they swoop in and
yeah.
But you know, it works for them. So what the heck? Now, here's the El Padrino. Now, this is the Blanco. You don't have that, of course.
Yeah,
and
that's the tequila. Yeah.
Reposado. And then you got the Añejo, the extra age, which David was showing for Cuervo, which I was shocked by that. And then the Cristalino is the really special one.
Yeah.
That won't be too cheap. And then they got the extra Añejo. Well, you better have good credit.
Yeah.
Then you got the flavors, all these fruit flavors.
Yeah, they make a lot of products.
Mezcal, well. And creams. So let's see if they detail the creams. Let's see if, no, it doesn't look like they give a breakdown.
Okay.
But there's original, coffee, chocolate, lime, and vanilla. You have the chocolate. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would say I'm tasting it on the rocks and straight in this glass as well.
I'm doing the same with mines.
The first thing you get is the sweetness. You know, it's sweet. It's to me, it's very similar to like Bailey's Irish cream, or even the bourbon cream. It's that same type of mouthfeel and same sweetness. Now, what I'm not getting is I'm not getting a lot of agave flavor or tequila flavor in particular. I guess it's in there somewhere, but mostly I'm just getting that sweet cream type of flavor. And this being chocolate, there's a little bit of chocolate there, but it's not heavy. It's not heavy on the chocolate. In fact, a few months ago, I tried Bailey's chocolate, and that was more of a chocolate flavor than this.
So this is very subtle.
Hey, good question. Would that be good, Elbow? Maybe if you're preparing, flan, add a little some of that to it. A little of that tequila, that chocolate flavored tequila.
I'm not sure what flan is, but
it's kind of like a custard,
Yeah, it's like a Mexican custard, but you would have to know how you make flan to know if you should add the
kind of like creme brulee,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this would be great, like in a, any place like on ice cream or in a milkshake, or maybe I don't know, try it even in coffee. But it's very similar to any of those other creams like Bailey's or the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream. Only they're using tequila. It says here just silver silver tequila, cream liqueur, and caramel color. So, 30 proof, 15% ABV. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but there's an app called Tequila Match, and it's
Yes.
free.
Yes.
I recommend that any of you folks that want to explore a little bit more into the tequila world, download that app, because you can punch in a brand and then you can look up to see how it's made. Is it made the old-fashioned traditional way, or is it made more high volume, more heavy production? Like this distillery, every tequila has a 4-digit code number on the bottle, and that's the name of the people that put it out, the distillery usually, or it's the brand, the people that hold that brand. But anyway, I looked up this distillery, and what gives me pause is that it says there's like, I don't know if you can read that, but it says that's the distillery, and it says currently in production 193. So this is one of those distilleries that's just, they got all kinds of brands, over 190 brands that they're putting out. So that gives me a little pause. I mean, this El Padrino is, they might even be a partner with Total Wine, because if you go into Total Wine, you're always going to see a big selection of El Padrino, and they'll have the other tequilas there. But anyway, what I'm saying is it's not the old-fashioned type, traditional type distillery like this here. I just wanted to show you these guys. I'm a big fan of this brand here, El Tesoro.
Yeah.
Now
I don't see it anywhere where I am. El Tesoro. I want to try these different inexpensive. I've had El Toro. I've had Pepe Lopez. What's the one that begins with the letter J again? J. That begins with the letter J.
Yeah, Humidor.
Humidor, right?
El Humidor.
Yeah, I've had that one. That was reasonably
But anyway,
priced.
El Tesoro, that's all they make at their distillery. They're, like family background, family owned, and it's not like these guys where they're making over 100 different brands. So but anyway, if you download that app, Tequila Match, it's free, and you can check into stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
It is basically like, I think, 5 or 6 huge tequila distilleries in Mexico, and they pretty much produce all of it. And then there's a little handful of independents, but they're not too common,
Right. Yeah. So, but overall, I would recommend it if you want to try a cream drink, maybe a change up from Bailey's or something. It's tasty. I don't know if you want me to give it. I'll give it a rating next time we come around. But
I guess the bottom line is, if it tastes good, that's what counts.
Yeah. I agree. So anyway, guys.
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean about the. They make it seem like it's a little family-owned thing, but then you find out, well, maybe not.
No, not El Padrino. I mean, they're a lot of different products. I mean, I haven't tried their tequila, or they have flavored tequilas as well, but this is my first tequila cream. There's not a lot of people that make these anyway. I only found 1 or 2 other brands.
Yeah, there's not too many. Yeah,
but tasty. I'm enjoying it. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, everybody. Hello, all of you watching around North America and around the world. Maker's Mark, French oak, excuse me, number 46, 94 proof, 47% ABV. I got the website up here right now. Aroma of hints of French oak, caramel, and baking spices. Taste, since I've been sipping on it, has been mentions about rich notes of vanilla and baking spice. Finish very subtle, and pleasantly long. So right now I got 2 demonstration right now. I got one on the rocks right now, and I got one right now I'm drinking straight, which I've been sipping on.
Now
Get the
going back to what Elbow was talking about, this website says meet the family behind the whiskey, but I wouldn't want people to get the understanding that they are still behind the whiskey. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Again, as it says, caramel, and then you get the scent of the vanilla as well. I'm not getting the baking spices they mentioned in this. Maybe I have to try a little bit longer. But of course, I'm chasing it with a, natty light. I just ate some a couple of pieces of chicken just now. So, beautiful color again. Love the color of this, as you can see. Really nice. So let's have at it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Of course, everybody knows about Maker's Mark, probably one of the most popular bourbon whiskeys out there.
Yeah, and their gimmick is that the cap is dipped in the red wax.
Exactly, and that's what makes it very unique. Again, it was gifted to me by my coworker, Chad. He's watching. Thank you. Hooked me up for this for my birthday, and I got another bottle of that Knob Creek Smoked Maple, which I'll probably bring next week. I ain't gonna go with that this weekend. But in any event, maybe I get the vanilla, maybe a little of that baking spice they're talking about. I'm guessing the baking spices are the usual things that you like cook, when you're baking, like some cinnamon, some cumin, cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, those type of baking spices, that you see, whether it be pies or whether it be pecan or sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie,
Now, do you know what they mean when they say that Maker's Mark is a wheated bourbon?
Yeah, I know what it means by that. Yeah.
What does it mean?
That it uses wheat.
It means they have a higher percentage of wheat that is normally used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of bourbons use wheat, but they might only use a little touch of it, but Maker's Mark uses a higher level of wheat. It gives it a more bready flavor. Now it says
it was released. This brand was released in 1958, but the original Maker's Mark itself was released probably earlier, right? I think.
No. The original was from 58. This is the first new one since 58.
Oh, okay.
And they add French oak staves into the barrel. So it's not aged in a French barrel, but they take pieces of French barrels and put it inside the barrel.
Oh, okay. That's kind
which gives it a different type of flavor. Now, the guy that started this company, Bill Samuels, it's interesting because their great grandfather started a whiskey brand back in the 1840s called T.W. Samuels, and that's a really cheap blended whiskey. I mean, it's super cheap, kind of like like they say, wino brand or whatever. But it's been on the market. But that T.W. Samuels literally has been on the market since 1844. And I looked up the trademark, and it said yes, in use since 1844. So.
And now it's run by Beam Santori, a global spirits company.
Yeah, Beam bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, Beam acquired, but again, part of the Jim Beam acquired Maker from the Samuels family. Like I said, like you said, the Samuels. So, but now I'm trying it right now on the rocks, so I'll see what the difference is with this now.
Hello, Claude. Now, look, folks, if you think your favorite whiskey is never going to sell out, you are wrong.
Man, now with this one, we're having on ice right now. You get the fullness now of it. It's just whatever it is. When you add ice, drinking it straight, and with the ice, it's just a completely different night and day difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean the fullness now. I'm definitely getting the spices on this right away. Vanilla.
Claude, I've got it. Claude,
are coming out right now, and it's having it on ice.
Claude, I've got an exciting announcement about Ice House coming up.
So this is enjoyable. It's smooth, it's easy, perfect. and it says Bill Samuel's recipe. It says right there on the side.
Yeah, and if you ever look around in a liquor store, you might notice T.W. Samuel's whiskey. It's really cheap, but that's the same people. Yep, same people.
I'm trying to look at some cocktails that you can do mix with this, and of course, they mentioned the Manhattan. You can do a bourbon Bloody Mary, bourbon spirits.
Probably an old fashioned.
Gold Rush, Kentucky Buck. All these different recipes you can make. Here, like I said, Kentucky Mule. To me, I just say if you want. To me, I would just add maybe cut up maybe some Sprite, maybe cut up some mint into it. Maybe you want to do that. That probably would work.
Yeah,
a little twist, but but this is very enjoyable. Again, the one with the ice is really bringing more of the fullness of this whiskey. So
have
I'll
you
have my
ever?
score coming in, and I think it's going to be very positive for this one.
Okay, have you ever seen any of my crazy mix-up videos?
Yes, with the Nicole vodka. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe it would good. Maybe Maker's Mark 46 would work well in a mix-up.
You can definitely try. Yes.
But I
Hey,
don't think too many. Huh?
John,
Oh,
I'm wondering, I've got this is a regular Maker's Mark
that.
here, and
Love
you've
it.
got the 46. Have you ever tried them? Like, see if you could taste the difference. Like, have one against the other. Like almost like.
I probably need to do that. I'm bet that that would be a little more light, but still be smooth.
Yeah, because I like the regular stuff, but I haven't tried the 46 yet.
what is the price point on that 46?
The price point for this was about $40.
Yeah, I figured something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the regular Maker's Mark is about the same too, right? If I'm about the
No,
same price.
this is
No,
like 23. I got
23,
this.
it's a lot lower. It's a lot lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good buy. It's a good buy, really. And again, very popular.
Yeah.
And
It's very popular. Okay, now as far as the Crown Royal, I like Crown Royal. I mean, it's okay. It's probably mostly corn. I bet you it's probably 80% corn, but they can't call it bourbon because why? It's not made in the United States. Although it might be more similar to bourbon than different because it's probably using corn, rye, and wheat. Corn, rye, and barley. Well, most bourbons are corn, rye, and barley, but Crown Royal also is probably aging their whiskey in used barrels. They're probably getting used barrels from their affiliates down in the United States that make bourbon. But Crown Royal has taken these ingredients and aged them in new charred oak barrels like the Crown Royal Black, but they cannot call it bourbon because it's not produced in the United States. But if you take Crown Royal Black and you compare it to a lot of bourbons, you'd be like, hey, wait a minute, but anyway, I'm not going to stress that issue, but some people will flip out on that, but it's very enjoyable. Huh?
Ron, do you still get a velvet bag with the small bottles?
You get the velvet bag with the standard bottles, but you don't get a velvet bag with these big jug bottles because
I didn't think so.
but you do get 2 glasses with it.
Yeah, that's good.
And their glasses are pretty sturdy, so
yeah.
So I like it. It's a lot, Canadian blended whiskey is different than American blended whiskey because in Canada, you're not allowed to use unaged grain spirits. All the spirits have to be aged at least 3 years in oak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the United States, and that's the same thing in Ireland and Scotland, everything has to be aged at least 3 years in oak. In the United States, there's a backdoor kind of, if you want to call it cheating. The U.S. government allows companies to use up to 80% unaged corn liquor. Like you could just take corn, distill it, never let it go in a barrel, and blend it with 20% straight bourbon and call that whiskey. So, but that's the law. I didn't make the law, but this is all aged in probably more than 3 years. Okay, final assessment. I like Crown Royal. I really like it. And look, I've done a lot of taste challenges. Y'all know I'm up early in the morning at outrageous hours. And I do these, I put Crown Royal up against all these other Canadian whiskeys. And I got to say, you just don't get it confused. There's something about it. It stands out. I don't know what it is. But you're like, oh, this whiskey's pretty good. And then you put it up against Crown Royal and you're like, but it ain't that good, you know? So they have a brand kind of reputation to protect. So they do it. And no knock against the other Canadian whiskey. I got a lot of Canadian whiskeys and I enjoy almost all of them. And they all have their little positive attributes, you know, but they don't stack up against the legend, I guess. And this is just the base model. I mean, Crown Royal makes a lot of much higher grade.
Yeah.
Stuff.
They have some age. Don't they have some age statement whiskeys as well?
Oh, they've got Crown Royal 18-year age.
18, yeah.
But
Yeah.
then that's not going to be $44.95.
No.
It might be $200 for a regular bottle. But you know, it's all, you know how that works. But I like it. I'm going to give it a 93 out of 100. I think it's an A product. I know a lot of people like to slag on it now. You can get on the internet and there'll be people talking hate on it and saying how horrible it is. But that's fine. That's their channel. They can say whatever they want. It's fine with me. But I don't understand why they're talking like that because I don't taste that. And I've had some really bad stuff. So people can't tell me I've never tried bad. Believe me, I've tried really bad. So I know what bad tastes like, okay? I've been to Earthquake.
Oh, God. Heavens. Heaven forbid.
I've been to Camo. So.
Well, what was the one I did a review on? It was in Jersey, the Cowboy, whatever it was.
Cowboy Lager. That thing is a wreck. I've been to all of that, you know, so I don't need somebody to tell me what's bad. I know what bad is. But I don't want to get all defensive because I'm not defensive. I just think Crown Royal, I'm not working for Diageo. They bought Crown Royal in the year 2000 when Seagram's went out of business. I'm just saying I like it. I'm giving an honest assessment. Now, as far as what's coming up, we've got next Wednesday is the first Wednesday of the month. So that makes it Joker's Wild Wednesday. You can bring anything you want. I'm not sure what I'm going to bring. Yeah, that's a good question. What am I going to bring? I don't have to think about that. All right. So we got Joker's Wild Wednesday. You can bring any beer, wine, liquor, any beer, wine, or liquor, or, you know, whatever you want to bring. Then this Sunday, we've got Stout Sunday. It has to be a stout or a porter. We'll allow porters or stout porters. I've got the I've got Lagunitas rye barrel, you know, that famous one, the Lagunitas. So
what? I've been looking for that. Not the Imperial Stout, right?
The Willetize?
Willetize, yeah, with the Willet rye barrels. Yeah. You can't see me. Yeah, I bought that and I've had it in the fridge for a year, but it won't, I mean, it's so strong, it won't go bad. You could have it 5 years, it wouldn't go bad. So that's going to be exciting. That's the last stout I've got. I got to restock. So then we got Joker's Wild Wednesday. Next Friday, we'll try to do another Fandango Friday. I think we can, but it will be Mardi Gras weekend, so things could be hectic and, you know. But on the 14th of February, get your calendar set. 14th of February, that's a Wednesday. I'm planning to do, it's been 7 years. Can you believe it? 7 years since we've reviewed and examined Ice House.
I will. Yeah.
And I think people are ready to look at Ice House again.
I'm down for it.
And I bought a 6-pack of pint cans today, a 6-pack of pint cans for less than $6. And it's fresh too. The best by date is April. And you know, Ice House is an ale. If you look at the cans carefully, it says ale. Now, some people think that means that it's better, but actually it means that they're not aging it, they're not lagering it. They're not putting it in the cellar for 30 days. They're just putting it out quick. All right.
I remember
But anyway,
I bought a 12-pack for a Super Bowl party back in 2021 and down in Mobile, and they drank it, but they were like Ice House, but surprisingly, but somehow they end up drinking it. So
yeah, and when they
I got it at the Dollar General for it was $7.95 for a 12-pack. Couldn't beat that.
Yeah, and I went to Mathern's today and I got it for $5.49.
Yeah.
For a 6-pack and pint cans now. They're talking and back when they made the strong Ice House, which was a fiasco, 6.9%, nobody liked it. It's too strong. People would drink a whole 12-pack and then wash and wax their truck and detail it. Wake up the next morning and say, "Who washed my truck? I didn't realize it was them."
Yeah,
that's a true story. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and that's about what the hell.
So, hey, I have checked, but tonight you will be shocked what I'm about to bring you, Mr. T.
Southern Comfort Fiery Pepper. This is Southern Comfort in collaboration with Tabasco. I paid $1.99 for this full-size bottle. Thank you very much. Okay, which is an amazing price this day and age. It was an amazing price in the old days. Okay. 2 different companies have collaborated with Tabasco to make these strong liqueurs with the Tabasco pepper. And I think both times it kind of failed because people were just like, why would you want to put Tabasco peppers in a whiskey, and it like threw people off. They did the George Dickel and that turned out.
Now that ABV is lower. I think that'd be at 35%, right?
Well, that's a good question. You could smell the Tabasco from. I got the glass over here and I could smell it. It's so strong. Says inspired by the Crescent City, New Orleans. Hey, it's 35%. It's pretty strong.
Yeah,
that's just 5% lower than a regular whiskey. So if you drink a lot of this, you're gonna have some trouble. All right, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna turn it over to Elbow.
And Jay, what are we doing again this coming Wednesday? Will be what?
Joker's Wild.
Oh, that's right. First of the month. That's right. All right, that's right. I got a stout. I got to get tomorrow. So yeah.
Anyway, folks, a new product for me anyway. Tequila Cream. I would give this a 90. I give it an A. It tastes good, very tasty. My only a little disappointment is I'm not really getting a lot of agave or a lot of tequila flavor. To me, it tastes very similar to like Bailey's Irish Cream or the Buffalo Trace Bourbon Cream. The cream drinks is all of those. You don't. For me, anyway, I mostly just taste the cream and not a lot of the base liquor that's behind it. So
I agree. The liquor is almost just like they could use, like I was talking about grain neutral spirits. They could use that, and I don't think anybody would notice.
Yeah. So the same effect here, but I do like the cream drinks. I mean, if you like stuff like Bailey's and the bourbon creams, I think you would like this. You would enjoy it. So, like I say, I give it a 90. I would buy it again. It's good. It's good. Yeah, there you go.
Just showing it a 90. I think that's a fair score. And what's the price for that full size bottle? About 27.
It was 25.
Well, 24.
Yeah, $25 for, and all the flavors are the same price. I mean, I'd be tempted to try a different flavor next time. They have coffee, they have lime, and the others there. But anyway, I'm glad I tried it. I'll enjoy this throughout the week. It'll be in the refrigerator there. Maybe sip on it in the afternoons or whatever. But anyway, again, happy Friday. Glad to be here. Fandango Friday, always fun. So cheers, you guys.
Hey, I'll tell y'all cheers to you. And I'll tell you a funny story one day when I bring this cream liqueur. I bought it last week. I was at a liquor store in Belle Chase, Louisiana. And a guy told me, he said, well, this particular one was discontinued. I said, "Oh, really?" He said, "Yeah." And so he sold it to me for $8.99. Full size bottle. So
Yeah.
I said, well, you can't go wrong really with that kind of price.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
agree.
I wasn't even looking for. He just brought, the owner of the store brought it up. But I guess that's what you do when you own a store. You bring things up and then you get people to buy it.
There you go.
Any channel promos or any other show and tell?
Oh, just yeah, thanks. Yeah, Elbow 88 is a channel here on YouTube, so I got to start adding some new videos on there and stuff because I've got stuff here to review and talk about and more piano tunes to play and all that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, feel free to check out Elbow 88, just a little channel, and I just have fun with it, but there's a few videos over there you might find interesting or entertaining. So anyway, yeah, cheers from Florida.
Cheers to you.
All right, thank you. Again, I've been having Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
Oak,
Number
46. As I said, I was consuming it straight and thought it was really good, but adding a little more ice, I think, has made it a little better. I think the fullness of it has come out. All the spices, the vanilla and caramel, all together, really has made this a solid winner. So I'm going to go 94 out of 100 for this one. I think it's really good, very enjoyable. Goodbye as well. Again, thank you, Chad, for providing this for me. So
yes, I think when David and I reviewed it, I think our score was something like that. We did a duo review.
Y'all had it straight or with ice?
Straight.
Okay. Was it?
I think he
room
went
temperature, right? Room temperature.
Yeah, and I think he went and got some little slivers of ice to put in it.
Right.
And I said, well, it's fine with the ice. I just kind of watered it down a little bit, but I preferred it without the ice. But it's to each your own.
Right. As far as promos coming up, I just did a review of Moment of Time Hazy IPA by Arch Brewing here in Hateville, Georgia, which is not far from the airport, the world's busiest airport, Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International. The brewery's there, and I did that review of that. I gave it a okay score. Another New England IPA. It was all right. So I have what I have coming up to review. I have to get some more stuff. I'll do that tomorrow. I got the part of the Voodoo Ranger line for New Belgium, the Voodoo Ranger Tropic Force.
Been looking for it. Ain't seen it.
9.5%. Now, if this is similar to some of the others, like the Tropical Bear.
Yeah, I know it's going to be like a big disappointment. It's like all these companies, all they're doing is putting out booze bombs. It's like the race to alcoholism. These companies are a joke. I don't want to start ranting though.
Yeah, no, enjoy that. But if it's anything like the Tropical Beer Hug, which I thought by Gusam, I thought it was very good. If it's similar to it, I'll probably maybe give it a low score, high score. We'll see. But there's so many out there, so many these tropical IPAs, and
It's funny though. It's funny because people will say, "Why would anybody want to drink MD 2020 banana cream?" But it's the same kind of thing. It's like 9, 10, 12%. It's all just for people to get loaded on fruit flavors.
Yeah. I wasn't happy with the Voodoo Ranger Juice Force.
No.
That was just
tastes like fruit punch.
Yes. And also their they've had some hits and misses with the Voodoo Ranger, some of their stuff. But like I said, I'll try it this weekend. And like I said, I'll get some more stuff. I will get some more stuff for Stout Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, Stouts and Porter. I will there's a certain stout I'm kind of leery about buying, or porter. There's one I want to get, but I'm kind of like, if it's marked down low where I go get most of my stuff from, then I'll probably end up getting it. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that, and I'll have something for Joker's Wild Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. And Fandango Friday, I will have something. I will not be joining for Super Sunday next Sunday, Super Bowl Super Sunday. I will be away, but
Okay.
You're going to the game in Vegas?
no. I
You
wish
got
I
a
could.
ticket. Oh yeah, you didn't tell the people you got a ticket for $110.
Yeah. But hey, if I could go to Atlantic City and watch the game there, that'd be awesome. Again, New Jersey could gamble, because remember that outside of the Super Bowl site, before gambling was legal now, who would have thought the Super Bowl would be in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Back in 2015, it was like, oh, we're not doing gambling
Yeah,
now.
but I mean, yeah, but
Everybody's
the
embraced
Super
gambling.
Bowl, the Super Bowl to me is like depressing. It's like they don't even talk about the game much. It's all like the commercials and
The hype and whatever, which is why
oh look, Barack Obama's in the stands, and it's like
I prefer the college football playoffs. To me, I think it's more excitement, more entertaining than the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, the past Super Bowls have been pretty entertaining. So
yeah, they're all right. They're all right.
But this is what I was going to show you, Jay. I never thought I would see this because I've been looking around. I've been asking about the Southern Comfort. I've been asking about the George Dickel Tabasco. And the other day, I said, what the bleep is this? And guess what I got?
What the kaplooey is this,
Oh,
George? I saw that the other day. I saw it the other day. But Louisiana's flooded with it. You pay
$19.99 for this bottle.
No, that's not too bad.
And of course, obviously,
Oh,
I gave some of my coworkers. Took a sip of it. So
is it hot?
I will save it for another day. I still got the Knob Creek smoked maple flavored.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. What were you saying?
When I took it for my birthday, I had it with my cigar. The next night, I puffed a little bit of it on my birthday night, but then the next day I had a cigar and sipping with my lady, Miss Sabrina, and so
my question to Sean about that Tabasco, is it hot? Can you taste the Tabasco?
It's not. It's not. I think the Tabasco is very underlying. You get more of it, and again, same ABV as the Southern Comfort one pepper you have, Jay. 35% ABV. It's not that, but I think it's okay.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you.
I don't think you. I think if the ABV was a little higher, I think you're asking for trouble. I think it's perfect as it is at 35%, 70 proof. Perfect.
I agree with that. And okay, so I know where to go to find the Southern Comfort Fiery Pepper. Like I said, for $1.99 a bottle. I could keep buying it. I don't know why I would, but they have a lot of it left. And it's from like 10 years ago. They haven't made it for a long time. But here's the reason. Then we're going to get off the air. Here's the reason I think people didn't like it. If you ever drink Tabasco, use Tabasco sauce, Tabasco is a strange kind of sauce. It's like very vinegar. It's very vinegar and vegetable. So a Tabasco pepper's got a lot of vegetable flavor, even more than spice. Okay, so when I taste this, the first thing that hits my nose and my mouth is a strong vegetable pepper. Like it's more like bell pepper in a way. So it's I think a lot of people got put off by the strong vegetative flavor, and they went full force with it. So it's going to be like a little bit of Southern Comfort with its spices. Southern Comfort is like cherry and spices and all that. And then it's like this maybe heavy-handed Tabasco barrel vegetative. It is hot. It is hot, but I'm used to hot food, so it doesn't. If you're not
too. As a Caribbean, my family's from the Caribbean, from Haiti. So yeah, Tabasco spice. No big deal.
Okay.
It's got a heat on it, and it's been probably in the bottle 10 years. It's got heat. But like Jean was saying, I mean, I'm used to that. It's like nothing to me, but it's like in my throat right now, burning. So, yeah, you might want to think about it before you buy it. I don't know how Elbow feels about the heat, but it's very interesting. It's one of the most interesting products I have, and I like it, but I guess I'm a sucker for strange things, but I can see why people didn't like it. Anyway.
So, yep.
All right, folks. Well, that's it. And thanks for watching. And
enjoy your weekend, people. Don't overdo it. We got one more weekend, final weekend of football. And what's so good about it right now is that weekend, and then within 2-3 weeks, we're going to March Madness. So I know a lot of you sports fans think, oh, it's going to be no. Compare back in the day when the Super Bowl used to end in like late January, whatever. Now that they extended the season to like 8 weeks or 18 weeks now with the NFL.
Yeah.
Now with the game now pushed back to February 11th or middle of February, it's all right. And again, like I said, it's a short time of the month, but boom, we'll be going to March Madness. And so your sports excitement will be kind of short, and boom, into college basketball. The tournament, the conference tournaments.
Yeah, right. I might go to a college game tomorrow, but I doubt it. But anyway, we all take care, and thanks for watching. I'm going to try to come back. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow morning for another Dawn Busters. And I wanted to ask y'all. Now I have another Canadian whiskey in a big jug bottle, and I was thinking about bringing it next Friday, but there's no website listing. I don't know.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
That's the Harwood, but I
Oh.
can't. There's no website for it, but I can bring it if you want. It's really good. It's I got a great deal on it, and it tastes very similar to Crown Royal. Not as fancy, but it's
less expensive.
Oh, significantly less expensive. But I can bring it if you want me to. But
Sure, bring it.
all right, I'll bring it then. All right, Harwood, Duncan Harwood. All right, y'all take care. Thanks for Elbow and David. He's probably at Family Girl already. The parade's probably rolling right in front of him.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre, Beverage Rambo, and myself is in a liqueur review.
Yep. See ya.
Cheers. Y'all take care. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.